I always talk about our why. Enlightened living, integrity, those types of values, sustainability, those types of values, you have to live it in order for you to create it, especially for over 20 years.
Yeah. Hi there, and welcome to Candle Conversations. I'm Amy Wright, and today I'm here speaking with Cherie Hendricks, the founder of Laguna Candles. We're going to be speaking on the inspiration and motivation that moved her to create a luxury brand that's over 2 decades old. Let's get started. Cherie, thank you so much for coming today. We're so grateful to have you.
It's an honor, and I'm very grateful. This is a beautiful opportunity that I'm very grateful for.
Thank you so much. So today I really want to focus on how did you go from really the original story of how it went from one candle to this 2 decades old company that you've created. You're a mother, a wife, a volunteer, and a founder of this company, this beautiful company. We just want to know more. How did it all get started?
Yeah, thanks so much. Well, of course, my love for candles. I burn candles quite a bit. And another thing was my love for my 3 daughters. I had 3 young daughters. You were one of them.
Yes, the middle.
And I just really wanted you all to be able to choose between working for yourselves or for someone. You got older. To me, I thought that choice was important. And so therefore, the love of candles, and then my wanting to, I would burn candles, but yet they didn't seem to burn clean. And I know that's a word you hear a lot now, but at the time, I did notice that it was sooty. There were times I would see like on my walls kind of a darkness. I felt that there could be something better.
You're ahead of the game.
Unknowingly.
Yeah.
And so anyways, I did my research, and I can remember making candles in our kitchen and sending gifts to you all, your teachers, and them just really, they really encouraged me. I appreciate Laguna Beach School District because those teachers, the Hendricks girls, they kept me, they were some of my best cheerleaders.
Yeah. I remember giving one to a math teacher of mine that would let me hang out in her class at lunch. And she was moved to tears by the candle that I gave her. So it really was, it has been something very special.
Yeah.
Now, you say you began at home. Was this kitchen, garage? Take us back there.
Started off in the kitchen.
Okay.
And I know many will say, that's not safe, and I get it. But at the time, that's why I started. We want to be totally honest. And from the kitchen, we transitioned to the garage.
Growth.
I would say that. It was growth. And then there was a lot of research. You know, I would research. At that time, they started to really, you heard a little bit about soy. And I remember reaching out to some of the major candle companies and just asking, and they did explain to me, well, you know, it's soft. And so therefore, I don't know if that would be a good idea for you to, you know, have a 100% soy candle. And be mindful, this was years ago. But there were a couple of them, I was fortunate enough, I could at least buy some of their candles, and they would allow me to label their candles, which was great. So it served its purpose, but ultimately, you know, I wanted to create my own, because it's no I in team, it was my husband and I, and of course, my family. We wanted to create our own candle, and thus evolved Laguna Candles.
Wow. So what was your first fragrance that you developed, and why was it meaningful to you?
Fragrance was very meaningful. We were fortunate. We had a perfumer by the name of Robin at the time, I believe Robin's last name was Turner.
Mm-hmm.
And we were so fortunate because she was kind enough to come to our home. And I remember all 5 of us, you, your dad, you, and the girls, and Robin, we would be on the deck, and she would really introduce us to, she worked with various fragrance houses, but she really helped us to appreciate the importance of just various notes of various fragrances. And to this day, I commend her because she was a big help as far as our start from the standpoint of educating us more with fragrance. Actually, the very first fragrance was not, that was one that we created ourselves, which was Laguna Paradise.
Okay.
And when I say created ourselves, of course we used a fragrance house. And it was notes of lemon and verbena. And in one of my blog posts, I have a WordPress blog that's very old, but it talks about the benefits of lemon, and that was actually, it was our number one, it was our signature fragrance.
It was
And
for
it
a
was
long time.
A long time. Laguna Paradise, yes.
Yeah. So, do you think there was meaning behind that first fragrance that you launched?
I feel that it was because it carried over from, it was broad. There were many, even I had customers who were in Japan, and demographically it was large. Now, large for us. I'm not saying it was huge like some of the other candle companies that we see now, but it was large enough to us whereby just seeing others embrace it. And so quite obvious that we should call it our signature fragrance, because clearly it was.
Yeah, and obviously it contributed to the brand's identity. It's just in the name, Laguna
Absolutely.
Paradise. Here we are, Laguna Candles. So what a perfect start.
Absolutely.
Now, every endeavor has its challenges.
Yes.
So with that said, what were some early on that you remember having challenges early on?
I think I kind of mentioned as far as just, I've always been curious, so therefore really trying to find a wax that would align with our brand was important. And at one point, for a short period, we decided to ask another candle company. They made some candles for us. I'm grateful that they did, but it didn't fit, it didn't align with our brand at all. And so therefore I knew then, I can remember Clarence and I driving on the 405 freeway, and we just thought, we are going to start to manufacture. And that was big for us. Yeah. And I looked at him and I said, you're going to have to learn how to make candles. I mean, really make candles. Because we started getting orders from corporate clients, hotels, spas, and they're wanting us to make sure that we have their labeling on it and private label for them, but the quality had to be on par.
Yeah.
And so therefore, and then not only that, there have been times when I've had friends and they'll mention, I really want to start my own company, and I want to be my own boss, which is great. I think it's commendable. I love supporting and also working with other women business owners. But I always try to let them know that it's not for the faint of heart. I would encourage anyone, give it a try, but just be mindful. It is not for the faint of heart. It does involve a good amount of work.
Yeah, it really does.
And another thing, I would encourage, most companies already know this, but I would encourage when it comes to your name, make sure that you get it trademarked. Early on, we took many steps when it came to Laguna Candles that we deemed was important, because we knew that, I can remember walking down Forest Avenue and thinking, I'm going to start a candle company, and I'm going to call it Laguna Candles. And I remember thinking, I wonder if the domain is available. And then I can remember thinking, no way. And then finding that it was. But when it comes to the company name, it's important. Do your due diligence, because many people love our name. And some are aware. We did go through a trademark situation. We were granted the rights to the name. And so therefore I'm very, very grateful to the TTAB, and I feel that it was a fair decision. And I also feel that the company that we, had this legal issue with, I'm very grateful that they did, not continue to use the name. Not that I know of as of now. So.
Okay. Very good. Very good. So yeah, those are some legitimate challenges, from manufacturing to, protecting your name, your business name, that made you unique and stand out. You want to be able to protect that. So thank you for sharing that. That's a really great suggestion to trademark anything you have name-wise.
Absolutely.
So how did it make you feel to overcome these challenges? And what lessons did you learn?
It was clearly empowering. And it's also, oddly enough, is humbling. Because one of the things that I didn't want to lose my focus when it came to my goal. And yet, again, I really, really clearly wanted my girls to see, when you have various challenges, of course you want to do what you can to not give up, but yet be determined to see it through. That was a key lesson, and I think it empowered you all.
Yeah,
because you saw it, you were there.
Yeah, because it was kind of like a David and Goliath type situation. Like how, I think some ones that we approached about it was kind of like, how are you going to go up against them?
Absolutely.
Give it up, change your name, kind of thing. So to see how much you and Dad fought for that was really inspiring.
Absolutely. And I was so encouraged. Afrotech, they mention it on their platform in regards to this Goliath type David scenario and this Black-owned business. And as a legacy brand, that was also core to me, because this was not just about me. This was actually about our family business, but a legacy business for not only you all, but I have a 28-year-old granddaughter who's enjoying it, and who works with us. And so it was just very, very vital that we see that through and see justice in the end with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not to mention, besides our family and what we got from it, the next small business.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the next small business. So hopefully that helps someone else down the line as well.
Yes.
So we've talked about challenges and getting the company started. There's a lot to that. What's your happy place? Where do you go to just relax? What do you do?
Daily, I truly enjoy my quiet moments. I always tell my friends and you all, I think every woman needs her spot.
Yeah.
And I have my spot. Everyone knows that. And so therefore, my morning rituals it's very, very important to me. Things such as meditation, lighting my candle, just having quiet moments to reflect, journaling, really expressing gratitude, being mindful of our blessings, because we truly have been. And then not only that, just having moments to be able to just breathe.
Yeah, yeah.
And showing how much it means to me. Sometimes I'm just like, I look at how far we've come, and we're not huge. And I feel like I make excuse for that, because some has been intentional. Some we will never know what it would have been like had the name not been infringed upon, and continue to be infringed upon. But that's okay. We continue to move forward, and so it makes me happy. Those are my happy moments. Those quiet moments, and then seeing you all in production, sales, just the synergy of it all. Just a great moment of reflection and gratitude. And I'm truly, truly happy about that. That makes me happy.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for sharing that. How do you feel your routine, sticking to it, taking care of yourself, has contributed to the values that Laguna Candles holds?
because of considering it's a legacy brand, those values, I always talk about our why. Enlightened living, integrity, those types of values, sustainability, those types of values, you have to live it in order for you to create it, especially for over 20 years.
Yeah.
You can't go and fake it, because if you do, somehow it won't be aligned. So therefore, living it and doing your very best to stand up to it, you're going to make mistakes, but stand by the values. Those are very, very important to us and to me. And I feel that our brand has reflected that. And I also see that within our team, including yourself. You know, they take such pride in them with creation. And then there are the heirloom pieces that we have, the heirloom candles. And to have worked with, it was so important to me to work with local artisans within my community. To me, working locally is important.
Yeah.
Global is great, but I think being able to work with local artists and then just supporting each other, to me, that I feel that that's very, very important. I know some may do it a little bit differently, but I feel we should be mindful of that.
It's obvious that through your passions, your just everyday routine, how you live is reflected in the business and what you encourage your audience how to live. And that's take these quiet moments to yourself, find that routine that helps you restore yourself. And that could be done by way of, like you said, just simple moments. Simple moments.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
So you mentioned there's no I in team. While I know from a family's perspective as your middle daughter how this all goes, how do you see it? How do you see the involvement of family and the legacy of this business?
Excellent question. Family is very impactful. As you know, my mom, her mom, my grandma, and my two grandfathers were entrepreneurs.
Okay.
My mom, she cleaned houses. My grandma, she was a landlord. She had a 4-family flat, and she also did hair in her basement. My grandfather, one of them owned a tavern, my grandpa Fred. And then my other grandpa on my mother's side, he, you know how you hear the food trucks now? Well, he sold fresh, organic, if you will, fruit in St. Louis, Missouri.
I'm sure it was far more organic than what we have these days.
Exactly. Absolutely. He had his truck, and they would call him, some called him Mr. Green Jeans, and some called him Every Hour.
Every hour.
And
why is that?
Because that's what he would call out as he drove down the streets of St. Louis. Every hour, letting people know, I'm here.
I'm here. Wow.
And
love it.
Just learned a lot from them. And my mom's mom, I don't think I mentioned Martha Perlot. And we actually have a Perlot fragrance, and spicy, unfortunately, she passed away when I was born, but I've heard so many beautiful things about Martha and her entrepreneurial spirit and how hard she worked. She owned a store, and she raised my mother. You know, my mom helped her and my grandpa, and she was just absolutely beautiful. I have not, I didn't get to meet her, but I feel that ones who shared her story with me. I had a cousin visit a few years back, and she spent a few days with me, she and her husband, with Clarence and I, and she talked about Martha. And it was just such a joy. And I said, I have to create a fragrance for Martha. And again, it's called Perlot. But she was feisty, and just, I feel out of all of them, when I hear about her, I think, that's me.
Genetics are strong.
Genetics are strong.
So it sounds like it's in the blood.
It
You
is.
found inspiration through different ones in the family, and your mother, grandma,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
And she was valedictorian of her school.
wow,
I'm sure many of you ones can hear my Midwestern twang,
yep,
but all my life, yeah. But I'm from the Midwest, and no one like Midwesterners. I always say that. I'm from St. Louis. My mom raised us. There were 7 of us. I had 5 brothers and 1 beautiful younger sister. I was the first girl, so you can imagine my brothers tormented me. But being raised in the projects, and my dad, when he was a good father at an early age, he decided that he was going to leave. So my mom raised us on her own
wow,
for many years, and her strength and her compassion and her determination, I feel, has impacted each and every one of us, and her love.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's inspiring in that you got to see that firsthand in many different forms. It wasn't just business related, but even just seeing your mother raise all of you guys and the
Yeah.
determination and strength. And I see the same in you. You show such strength every day, showing up and putting on these different hats that you've carried for years and years. And we appreciate you for that.
Thank you, love.
So, advice for our listeners. What type of advice would you give to aspiring entrepreneurs?
Clearly, don't give up. If it means a lot to you, stand by it, believe in it, and be determined to see it to fruition. There may be ones who may, I remember one dear friend of mine saying, no one will ever spend X amount for a candle. And I love them dearly.
You just wait and see.
But ones may question, your direction, and but be stick to your beliefs and your goals, and just be mindful. As I mentioned earlier, it does take hard work, and also take advantage of the various resources.
Okay.
There are resources out there. There are organizations like SCORE, SBDC. SBDC played an important role in our being able to go as innovators. We went to Bologna, Italy, Cosmoprof.
Yep, I remember that.
And it was just a huge opportunity. And we met with a distributor from South Korea. They reached back out, and we've had those types of opportunities because we did have support, in that we had mentors. And then absolutely don't forget to share your strengths with others. There may be others who they want you to mentor them. So don't shy away from that. Have a willingness to give. And that's basically what I would encourage others. And there will be the battles. Don't give up.
Yeah. This has been so wonderful to speak with you and to get further insight as to how to stick and see your passions through. And I think that many will benefit from your conversation with us today. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Candle Conversations. And we're grateful for this opportunity for you to join us today. And we hope that you join us again next time. Next time, we'll be talking more on legacy and the cultural heritage, how that can have an impact on the brand that you develop. Tune in next time. Take care.
Bye now.